Hi guys, and welcome back to the road to 100 million here on Farming Simulator. It's been a hot minute, a really hot minute. So we have a few things that we should discuss. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what's been going on with the series, and to be honest, just a few things have been going on in life as they do, and they get into it every now and then. So it's put a damper on my YouTube experience, but that's okay. We're back into it. The good news is that I'm back and ready to go, and I've got a format that I know will work for me, and I'm keen to get it moving with you guys. The bad news is that so much time, well actually this is kind of also good news, so much time has gone past that there's so many new things in the game that I'm looking forward to learning and dealing with. So I have carried on in my solo save, in my personal save, but we are going to be doing something new with this series and continuing the road to 100 million. Remember the road to 100 million was about firstly trying to get $100 million bank balance, and secondly there's a few rules and stuff that we want to be keeping to make the gameplay as realistic and as fun as possible. I prefer a sort of slow play, long play type series, and that's definitely something that I've been sticking to in my solo saves as well. So we'll do a little refresher on them, but in the meantime, we're just going to do a quick little farm tour because it's been a hot minute. So we may as well just catch up with what's going on. So, what we're going to do today is do a quick little map tour. This is all the stuff that we've done so far in the first 50 episodes, and we started out with these very first fields. So over here, field 73 and 72, I can't remember which one of these was our first field. I think it's this one here though. Field 73 was our very first field. It's currently got some sorghum, harvested sorghum, but I haven't played on this map in quite some time, so who knows what's going on. But we managed to go from this field to owning everything that we do own. So obviously now we've got these greenhouses here, and we've got our hangar, we've got the silo extensions, we've got the water tower, and really the first predominant way that we made money was through the greenhouses and through the lettuce. So this was a really good little site to get going, and something that we definitely invested in. And then we bought all of those fields all the way down to field 69. That's just one big sunflower field now, which is ready to go, which is nice and cool. And then we played around with this for a little bit. This is more of a role play type thing. This is a refrigerated hangar, just making sure that we basically had somewhere to store our goods rather than just keeping them out in the sun all the time. So I'm just making it a little bit more realistic. I like to try and do that where we can. 64 we currently own. I think this is one of the last fields that we bought, so not really sure what it's doing there. And we definitely didn't make good use of our placement because, I mean, these buildings are on the road, let's be honest. So it would have messed with my AI workers for a long time. But continuing on with the map tour, we're going to head down to what we did next. So one of the first things we bought was the field at the bottom here, which I think it was field 100. Field 100. Field 100 was the very next thing we did, and that was where we decided to establish our yard. So I forgot this map has the football pitch, and it's a lovely map. I will miss playing on it, but I think it's time to move on to a new map, and I have an idea of how to do that, which I'm going to go through with you guys today. But obviously then we bought all these fields as well, this is currently one big, what is it, sorghum? Soybeans, right, sorry. One big soybean harvest coming up, and yeah, this was all forest initially, so it was a lot of tree chopping, a lot of trips back and forth to the sawmill and the carpentry, and we still got a couple of our productions and our houses here, so our sheds and shelters to get everything stored. So I was really learning about the game over here. Didn't know a lot of stuff about Farming Simulator when I started, so it was fun to sort of start out and make my own way, which was pretty good. So then it comes to this end of the map, and this is where we got our first set of animals. So obviously the chickens back on the original field was our very first set, but the sheep and the goats soon became the main money methods. So these guys are awesome. They look after themselves pretty much, and we've got some hay over there. I messed around with hay to begin with as well. Yeah, we get goat milk, and I love the little bleating noises that we can hear. But this was the first sort of influx into animal husbandry, which was good. And then we move around. We've got more arable crops over here. So all of these fields are ours. We've actually done quite a good job on Sri Lanka, to be honest. This is a pretty good start for just someone who didn't really know what Farming Simulator was or how to play. I'm pretty proud of what we've managed to accomplish here. We don't own that field, which is annoying, but we own all the rest. And remember the drama that I had with the carrots and the onions and trying to get all of this sorted over here on field 97. This was just hectic and crazy, so not something that I knew much about, and I just put myself into it, but it was pretty good. This is our big money maker as well. I think this isn't goats. This should just be sheep over here, right? Unless I did goats as well, but I have a feeling this is just sheep. Yeah, just sheep. Hi, buddy. Oh, no reproduction. That's sad. But yeah, these guys then produce the wool, and then one of the very last things that we brought was the spinnery. So going across here, where is the spinnery? Up here somewhere. I remember I used to take this shortcut all the time. Right, there's probably a better way to view this. Oh my goodness, head first, nose first into the concrete there. That wouldn't have been good. But yeah, this was one of the first sort of major productions that we bought. I'm still terrible at driving. Things have not changed. But yeah, let's go slide on in over here. And is there a spot that we can manage this? I can do it from the menu, I guess. That's fine. Okay, let's head to the menu. Yes, these are all the greenhouses. So many greenhouses: oil mill, sawmill, soup factory, and spinnery. These are the two that we bought. So soup factory, this is the first one. It deals with obviously the carrots, parsnips, potatoes, and red beets, which we managed to start getting through all the machinery. And then the spinnery is the other one. That's the one. Here it is. Yeah, that was in the middle of the map, which just made sense to buy as well. So this one's producing a lot of cash for us as well. So I feel like we've done good, and all of this stuff was starting from scratch. Let me remind you guys, we had a few rules, right? No rules, no loans, no rules, no loans, and we could only do contracts with our own money. Now, the loans thing was tinkered a little bit to get us started, but that was purely because I didn't really know what machinery I needed, and it was more of a fail-safe to make sure that if I, had a problem or whatever, I stuff something up, I can just go back and fix it with a loan. We didn't rely on them too much, and we did rely on them for expansion sometimes, but most of the time it was off the back of our own hard work and our own money. So that's going to continue in the new and adjusted road to 100 million, not 1 million. It's going to be no loans for sure, and contracts only with our own equipment. So that's going to be something that we tighten up a little bit, because now I have the experience and I feel like I know what I'm doing in the game at least, which is pretty good. So let's just touch on the series goals and what we're going to do going forward. So I am going to start on a new map. One of the very first, I just hit my mouse on my keyboard, sorry about that. One of the very first things I'm going to do is I'm going to use the network tracker mod. So this one here, it doesn't have the farm value history, which is quite annoying, but it does say that the total value of our farm is 2.5 million. So I'm just going to write this number down, 2 million. Let's have a look here. 2,537,202. So I'm going to start a new game. I'm going to have no loans, pick a new map, and this is the amount of money that we're going to start with, because basically it'll be like we're moving house. So our character is going to be moving from, look at this guy, moving from this map to a whole new map, and that's how we're going to basically continue the series. So still the same series, and we're just going to tie it into a new map and see how we go. So I've got a new list of goals that I want to touch on, and some of them are new, some of them are just a sort of adjustment of the old one, some of them are just plain old copy and paste from what we wanted to do at the start of the series. But what I'm going to do now is head over to the new map that we're going to be playing, and from there I'll add all the money in and basically get going with episode 50. I guess this is episode 50 and a half, and we'll do episode 51 next time. But I'll catch you guys in a moment or so. But I just wanted to show you this. This money is going to come from all our hard work. Like it's not just a random number that I made up. It's the value of the farm, and that's what we're going to start with when we move on to the next adventure. So let's go and see what that is. All right. So hopefully the music isn't too loud, the game music, because it's quite loud in my ears. But these are the mods and DLCs that we're going to start with. So I do have the year 1 season pass, so I've got all of them, and then a couple here that I'm really looking forward to using. So let me untick this one. I'm going to use the easy development controls just for the start to get that money in, and I'm going to get rid of it because I don't want to have any cheats. And we are going to use greenhouse, automatic watering, hire purchasing, liftable pallets, net worth tracker. I'm going to get rid of the hanger because we don't need that anymore. And then universal auto load, which is going to be pretty helpful. So you guys have seen me do the hard yards and slug it all out. These are what we're going to start the game with, just so you guys know. So I'll catch you in the map in a moment. Alrighty, and the map we're going to be playing on is Kingley. So Kingley, I'm not sure. Let me just save the game here, but just so you guys can see some of the settings. But yes, we are on Kingley, Kylora Farm 2. I'm going to change the time and stuff, but basically we're going to play with all of the crops and growth stuff on, disaster destruction enabled, and all the rest of the stuff is as normal as it was in the other series. So I haven't played this map since it came out. That is the main reason really that I'm picking it, is that I have no idea what to expect or what to do, and yeah, it's going to be exciting to play along and learn it with you guys, and I'm sure it being the newest map, it's probably got the most interest as well, so hopefully that keeps it interesting for the viewers as well. So I have thought of a couple of plots. I did think maybe 3 and 4 could be good to start off with, potentially, where was it, field 13? I can't even remember where I looked at it a second ago. Yeah, field 13 and 14, but I actually think I'm going to start with this. So this is plot 71, which is where we just are. So I think I'm gonna buy this one to start off with because it's nice and flat. Really, we need a yard. One of the first things I did on Zeolonka was get a yard, so it makes sense to try and do that here. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get ready to roll. So first things first, I am gonna pull up the farm valuation. So there you go. That you can see it's $1 million farm value history. That'll start coming in as soon as we pass time. And we've got the hire purchasing mod enabled, so this will be really good to actually make a more realistic way of progressing rather than relying on loans. I rely on the hire purchasing thing, and at least then I need to have a deposit to buy things. It needs to be things that are real and useful for us. So this is going to be a really big way to manage the progression, and I think without having to rely on loans, which is pretty cool. I wish I had it from the start, to be honest. Nothing else is new here. There's a bunch of stuff here that I am keen to learn from. What the hell is the windmill? The windmill can make ore. Okay, so this is the grain mill. Instead it's just called a windmill. Oh, see, I don't know. I know nothing about this map, and I'm excited to learn from it. Crop calendar is the same. And yeah, here we are. So, first things first, let me just apparently take a screenshot. I didn't mean to take a screenshot. I'm going to add 1 million. All right, we're in, and I've got the exact amount of money that it was in our bank account, in our net worth on Zeolonka. So, it is the road to 100 million. We've still got a long way to go, but we are 2.5% of the way there, which is pretty cool. Let's buy plot 71. This is going to be the first thing that we do. So, let's buy it. Fantastic, and then let's see exactly what we have. So this is a shed. This is a vehicle shelter. We'll keep them. Bulk haul. Not sure what that is, but that sounds cool. Cow barn and a bunker silo medium. No idea what any of these things are, but at least we have a nice little farm to sleep in and be part of. So I think I'm gonna. We didn't have cows before, so I think I'm gonna sell the cow barn. Oh. Okay, well look, I was going to say I'm going to get 73,000 for this, but I did actually spend money to buy this plot, so that's fine. I think that's fine, and I'm going to sell the bunker silo because I don't know how to use that, or do I want to? Yeah, I don't. And then let's have a quick explore and see what we have over here. So, first thing is, this must be the bulk haul. Yep, cool. So this looks like it's a place to store all our goods, which is nice. So when we have the crops, we can put them in here, which is pretty good. Does this? I mean, I feel like this door is. Do I have to duck my head to get in under here? That's crazy. Cool. All right. This is definitely the bulk haul. So that's 3 different sets of things that we can store. Does this door open? Oh, it does. Okay, so don't worry about the little one. Let's go to the big one. Cool. We'll figure out how to use that, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not too stupid. This is a nice little vehicle shelter. We'll keep this for sure. And what's in here? This is pretty cool as well. Alright, so we've got the yard set up. This is, I think, the most important part to begin with. Is we want to make sure we got the yard set up. Which we do. Okay, fantastic. Alright. What next? Do we own this house? Is this somewhere that we can sleep? I have no idea. Doesn't look like it. Nope, does not look like it. So maybe this is something we can sell too. Small garage, let's sell that. Yeah, good. Alright, cool. Okay, let's buy... Did we have a house in our previous one? No, we used in Zeolonka we had our grandfather's house, didn't we? But we didn't actually have our own, so we should probably buy a farmhouse. Something small and chill. That seems reasonable. What is the extent of this plot? Well, it goes right the way up to the train tracks. It's pretty cool that I can see the train going there as well. That's another reason that I really wanted to go here. Okay, well, I think we need somewhere to sleep. Let's just get the cheapest one for now. Do we want to end off the road? Nah, this sort of area is probably the best for it. So that's fine. Overlaps with another object. I don't think it does. I'm just going to put it right here. Doesn't matter. Right on the fence. There you go. Boom. We have a house. In here, can I go inside? Again, with the unopenable doors, I can't go inside. That's fine. This is me. Looking good. Character's name, obviously, Kylora. Yeah. For now, we're going to stick with the John Deere outfit because who knows. And we can sleep now, which is fantastic. Okay, cool. We've got somewhere to sleep. We've got a yard to operate. We need some machinery. And we need to catch up with where we were last time. So before we had a spinnery, we had sheep, and we had goats. So that's probably the first thing that I want to try and get sorted. Now, I did see that there's a spinnery on this map over here. Doesn't make sense to buy this first. We should probably get the animals first and all the fields and stuff to be able to feed them. But this is probably the first thing that I want to work towards quite quickly. We also had the soup factory, which there's not a soup factory on here. Now, I can plop it down, but we have the vegetable processing plant instead. Now, this looks like something similar to what we had going on. So we had carrots, we had parsnips, we had potatoes and red beets. So all of these are still available, plus onions. So why not also add the onions? It makes sense, right? It's part of this map as well. So another thing I'm looking forward to learning. So this is probably the first two things that I want to buy. We're not going to do the sawmill because I think I'm done with chopping down trees for a little while. It's something that I've had to do on all my solo saves, and it just gets a bit repetitive and boring. So let's see if we can avoid the sawmill. And we've already got, remember, we're not starting from zero. We've got $2.5 million to spend. So yeah, I'd say spinnery and vegetable processing plant are the first things we're going to get, and then hopefully tailor shop after that. Because yeah, we can get fabric, and fabric then gets turned into clothes, so that's pretty good. But in the meantime, we have to figure out, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to start? So I'm on 0.5 speed, and usually I will play at 5 speed, but just for now I'm going to go 0.5. Let's decide what plots to buy. Now this is sorghum. This would make sense to get. We had sorghum on the previous save as well, and we obviously then just need the equipment to be able to go and grab it. So I guess first things first, let's just buy ourselves some tractors and some equipment. So anything on sale? Forestry mulcher. Ooh, tipper trailer. That's cool. We should be able to buy that. And the big body's there. That's basically the first thing that we got on the other one as well. You know what? That's awesome. For all time's sake, I'm going to grab this. It's a nice little way to get going. Why does it automatically go up by $15,000? Extension. So without the extension, it's 20 cubic meters. With the extension, it's 37.5. Whatever. We've got the cash to spend, so let's do it. All right. What are we going to pick that up in? Well, first thing I'm going to do is grab a large tractor. Although I don't think I had a large tractor. I think I only had a medium. Yeah, I had the Challenger. Okay, let's decide which medium tractor we want. Now, we do have a John Deere outfit on. Now, it doesn't mean I have to buy a John Deere, but it would be nice to... Oh, we could buy one of the Merc trucks, maybe. That's something for later. The JCB. Okay, we could get the JCB. Plenty of horsepower, 60 miles an hour. Isn't this the fastest tractor in the game or something like that? So let's go for it. Let's buy JCB. JCB is one of my favorite brands anyway. Engine setup, I guess we want the most powerful there is, right? Wheel brand. Ooh. Michelin, let's go for Michelin. Yeah, we just want medium tires. We don't want the additional weight. We want the front loader attachment. Where's the beacon lights? Can you even see them? I don't think I can see that. Let's try again. No, design 1, design 2. Obviously we want design 3. Okay, do we want the Azaria Pro Compact? Now previously I bought this. I think we just say yes. Because with this sensor over the field you get more precise information about the nitrogen that is required. It's pretty good. We might as well get it. License plate. What are we? We are... Oh, any reason that I can't edit that? KL. It is 2026, and this is version 2. Oh, I can't make it the license plate that I want. There you go. This is Kylora version 2. Oh, let's make it a funky color. Blue, pink, far out. Let's go pink. Oh, that looks disgusting. Perfect. Cool. All right, all of that is sorted. 200k. Let's buy this guy. Now, along with him, we want a front loader, don't we? We want a front loader. Do we want a front loader? Let's hold off for now. No, we do want a front loader. There'll be some things that we need for sure. So let's just get the John Deere one to go. Oh no, is there a JCB? There is not. So actually, let's just get this one. Quickie. We'll just make it jet black and design color silver. Oh, that looks cool. Let's get this one. Buy. Spending money quickly. That's the thing in Farming Simulator. All this stuff goes quickly. Alright. So we've got the tractor. Let's see if the front attachment actually fits on it. Hopefully it does. Hello? Yes. Amazing. We don't have any attachments on it. I guess we want a universal bucket, I'm imagining. We'll come back to this later on. I've got the attachment and I've got the tool. That's fine. Let me drive this back on down to the farm, to the yard, because I have no idea how we're going to do that. All right, let me put my map on. Where are we? See, that's the thing. I don't even know where we are. Can anyone tell me? I can't even see myself on the map. I don't even see me driving. Oh, right there. I'm so blind. Okay, so it seems like, and again, it's left side of the road driving, just like we're used to down in Australia. Okay, I'm too blind to be able to see that at this point in time. Those are the roads. So we could go there and cut across. So that's really the road. So we want to go right. All right, let's do it. Let's go right, and then right after the bridge. This is going to be fun. Learning the new map is going to be good. It's wide open fields, which look quite cool. I'm a bit worried about how small some of the gates are, but that's okay. Nothing to be concerned about. Let's take a right here. And we're going to bring our first tractor home to the farm and get going from there. But it looks so cool. It does look cool. The map looks awesome. Giants have done a good job updating the game as they go. I think the Year 2 Season Pass is a little bit less enticing than the Year 1 Season Pass, but definitely still something to consider. So if I go straight here, I think if I go straight I end up at 71 quicker. I have a feeling I can cut through afterwards, and also I can just see more of the map. I don't really want to go down the windy dirt roads. 9 and 10, these look like nice fields. The hedges hopefully are... Can I drive through them? Yes I can. Okay, fantastic. Not that I want to, but just checking. If I needed to, we could. Okay, let's turn right here and then hopefully find our way back onto our farm. All these fields look quite neat and tidy. Fantastic. And I'm pretty sure that's our farm over there. So one last little move through, and then we run alongside field number 12 to get all the way back home. Oh no, do we have to cut across more? Oh no, this is our farm here. This is our little farm. Awesome. Yep, always good to get some airtime. And we can whip our trailer into the house. Fantastic. Okay, this one's parked. Fantastic. Next up, we need to buy probably another medium tractor. We had 2 tractors in the last one. And we had the Challenger last time. It was pretty good, to be honest. Didn't really have a lot to complain about it, but let's branch out a little bit. Fiat. That looks cool. Terrible horsepower compared to this one. Maybe not the Fiat. But again, we are conscious of price because we're going to have to buy a lot of fields and stuff like that. So I'm sure this won't last. Versatile Nemesis. Now that just is a crazy name for a tractor. Let's get the AgroStar. This served us well last time. We want Michelin wheels. Yeah, we'll use the Azaria Pro, that's fine. Type 2, Kylora V2. We'll make this one black instead of pink. That's fine. And purchase. Not hire, purchase, just buy. That's the one. Cool. So tab back to the store. Happy days. Actually, our farm is quite close to the store, which is pretty good. Now it's time to get a list of equipment. What do we need? We have 2 million to spend. I guess this is where we can branch out a little bit, because first thing I need is to get all the stuff to do grass and hay, because that's what we feed the goats. So we need to be able to feed our animals. Let's get the animals, feed the animals, and then go from there. So actually, before I go, let me take this back. And let me get some of the grass equipment. And what I'll do, instead of boring you guys and just buying everything and going over, I'll get it, I'll move it all across, and then we'll regroup and go from there. Alrighty, we're back. I spent $2 million, but I've got it set up and ready to go. Pretty keen to show you guys around. So first things first, we bought the Massey Ferguson MF2570. This is the same combine that we had, and it's got the header for it on the other side, the one that can do all the grain crops and all the regular stuff, so that's good. Same thing. An upgrade for this map, we've got the onion planter and we've got the 2 onion harvesters. So I'm looking forward to using those, and I'll show you guys why in just a moment. But seeing as we're playing on Kinlag, may as well do something different. And that ties in with us trying to get to the soup factory or the vegetable processing plant, which is pretty good. We've got the big body. You guys saw me buy that on camera, so just a tipper trailer that we will need. And we've got this big thing filled with 2,100 liters of seeds. Now, this guy does pretty much anything. He's a planter or a seeder, I can't remember. I don't really know the difference, to be really honest. But he does a lot, and he should be able to direct drill, which should be quite good, and save us a bit of time. So that is brand spanking new. But looks quite cool. Never used it before. We had the Power Harrow before. I remember how grueling that was, but that's fine. We have the sprayer. So obviously you guys saw me buy the 2 tractors. We've got the sprayer here, and it's currently filled with liquid fertilizer, because I do have a liquid fertilizer contract that I'm going to try and do. We've got our front attachment and the plow, the Pottinger servo. So I think this is an upgrade on the plow that we had. Might be the same one, I'm not quite sure. Either way, it's all within the budget, all within the same amount of money. I bought this. I use this on my solar save. It's a garage, vehicle garage with workshop. So just if we need to configure anything, we can do it here, which is nice and neat. Also a storage area. And then we move over to this side. We've got the mower. So this is the front mower, the Kuhn front mower, the windrower that we had, and the roller for all the fields. So I think, all in all, pretty pleased with the equipment that we have. And you guys obviously would have seen we also have the greenhouses to get us going. This is obviously the key to our economy at the start. So I've got 2 mushroom greenhouses. This is the enoki building, and this is the oyster house. And then all these are making lettuce right now, because as we all know, lettuce is the most profitable crop. So where does that leave us? Well, it leaves us with 25k in the bank, so I'm hoping to be able to start moving that upwards in the right direction. But I also bought 4 fields, for those of you guys that have a keen eye. Field 16, Field 72, Field 17, and Field 19. So let's show you guys around on those ones. First up, Field 16. This is a good soily field. So if I go to Precision Farming, we are playing with Precision Farming. It's got a nice soil composition. I've already bought all of the soil stuff that we needed as well for all of them. So we're at 57 environmental score, hoping to be able to get that up pretty quickly. But happy with this. We've got sorghum ready to go, and this is definitely something we'll be able to use for whatever we want to do, for chickens, for goats. Obviously not goats, but or we can just sell it. So either way, it's a field that already has a crop in it that I'm looking forward to using. And also, we can definitely expand Field 16. If I take away from Field, yeah. Look at the range on it. Like, we've got a few trees there as well, it looks like, on the other side, which I'll come to a little bit later, but that's all good. Pretty happy with that. Field 72, this one's open. Wide open. Just makes sense to buy the field next to our house. We can do whatever we want on this field. Probably going to use it as part arable. We'll expand Field 16, part arable and part animal. when the time comes. So I'm looking forward to getting that going. It's also quite large, like 10 acres, whereas this one I think is only 8, and the field itself is 6. So we want to be expanding that as quick as we can. Moving on over to field 19, we've got oats. These are ready to harvest, so this will be something that we do in the next episode because we want to get it started and moving in the right direction. But it's pretty cool. It's got a yield potential of 89% as well, so it is what it is. Couldn't quite get to 100, but not the end of the world. And then this is why we need the onion stuff. We've got rows and rows of onions that I'm looking forward to sorting and using and figuring out what to do with. So it made sense. I mean, I could have bought a huge number of fields. It made sense to buy these 4 around us and sort of just start from there and figure it out. So one of the first things I want to work towards doing is getting a sawmill and then getting a spinnery and the vegetable factory, because I think that's all things that are easy to accomplish and would make sense on the progression journey. So yeah, that's the farm. Kylora Farm version 2. So yeah, bit of a strange one. We've moved from, I don't know, Germany, Poland, Austria, wherever the previous farm was. I think it was Poland. We've moved from Poland to Scotland. Our character has. And along the way, we've got everything we need to get ourselves set up and ready to go on a nice empty plot of land over here with 4 fields as well. And I'm going to be sleeping in this little tiny shitty cabin from now until the end of time because we are going to be on the road to 100 million again. Now, just to clarify, it is road to 100 million net worth. So if I go into here, pretty awesome. Okay, I spent some money, so we're now down to $2.3 million, but that's fine. It's just part and parcel of doing these things. So I'm looking forward to being able to hopefully get that up to 100 million and go on the journey with you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has sort of been episode 50 and a half, like not really for episode 51, it's just more the revival. And yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing you guys weekly videos where we go through everything that we need to go through. I think the next episode will be us getting to the end of the year and then selling all of our stuff in January, and then we can progress the story from there. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. We're back and ready to go. If you guys have enjoyed, then if you're looking forward to it, leave a like, leave a comment telling me what you guys think I should do. With weekly comments, I'll be able to keep up and take your suggestions into consideration when we make the videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye for now.